And we're back. Woo! Another ride review, another first time ride review. Welcome back everybody. Thanks for joining me. Another review, same road, same story. First time riding a bike, getting first impressions, getting some of the lowdown, what it's like for averagely skilled riders such as myself. This I don't know if he knows where the red is. Shame. So can tell by the color that we are on a Suzuki, and we happen to be on a V-Strom, and I'm quite excited. And I must say I've been lucky. I must say I've been lucky enough to ride one of these for a day or two before this, so it's kind of a first ride, but first time I'm talking about it. And I'm wondering if you can see I'm wondering if you can hear the buffeting, because that's one thing, but it is windy, so hopefully the sound is okay, hopefully for my sake, so I don't have to do this twice. It's always kind of a one-shot go because you're all plugged in and you hope that it's all working, but it should be. So this is a familiar road. I use this road for a lot of my first rides if it's longer and I get to go further out, but these rides are supposed to be consistent and kind of give you a different bike, same perspective, or anyway, similar perspective. So Suzuki, interesting. It's a good looking bike. Hopefully you've seen the cinematic shots before this. Thank you, sir. I really like the yellow. I like the way this bike looks. I definitely like some of how it is put together. Let's start off with some information. So 2021 V-Strom, I think it's 1000cc. It's not an adventure. I don't know if they make an adventure model, so I'm being pretty bad at them this moment giving you information, but this is a V-Strom, so it's got road tires, but it's got spoked wheels, so I'm assuming that you could do a little bit of something to it to get it to go off-road. So your typical suspension setup, it's got a pillion seat, it's your real basic adventure touring, I would suppose, but I must say there's a lack of features but an increase in engagement. So I'm going to put it that way, because I don't think that not having features is going to mark it down, because there's some really nice things to love about this bike. I'm going to open my visor because we're going so slowly, so you should be able to hear me. So you're looking at hydraulic clutch, and it's fly-by-wire throttle, so you've got cruise control and that kind of thing. So there's a lot that I like about it, because it is quite engaging. So there's no quick shifter or upshifting or any auto blippers or anything like that, but I kind of like that. I like the way it feels. The clutch is nice and soft, it fits in my hand perfect. 2-finger clutch change. My voice is probably vibrating now, but 2 fingers on the clutch works perfectly. If I pull it in and I change it, it engages really, really well. Front brakes are nice. They've got a nice feel. I do like them. So I don't think you're going to be winning any TT. Yeah, TT. Because you wouldn't. But it's got a really nice feel. I do like sharp front brakes. I like front brakes that give you immediate feel. So that for me as well. The back brakes are nothing to really talk about. They're pretty soft. They're not massively engaging, but the fronts are sufficient for me. I'm quite happy with them. So yeah, that's very, very nice. I do like that. Seating position, great. As you can see, it's easy and it's balanced. I'm overtaking cars rather illegally, I suppose, but it's a confidence-inspiring position. I'm a shorty, and I find this bike my knees to be up a little bit, sort of more bent than normal. So I would say that how's it going? I would say that if you're a taller rider, there'd probably be some adjustments that you may need to do, because for me, my knees are quite high up as it feels. Let's see if I can sneak in here. So there's that. So taller riders, be warned. Foot pegs aren't great. They're these rubbery foot pegs. I don't particularly like them. I know somebody else that's ridden it mentioned the same thing, and I don't like it. So pegs would be something I'd adjust or change or add or whatever. So yeah, let's get out of this traffic and see if I can let's talk about engine. I must say, I really enjoy the, how do I say, I don't know if I enjoy the sound, but I enjoy kind of like the motion, the feeling, the kind of the feedback from the motor as you're taking off. It's got low down power. It's got a very, I was saying this the other day, your thumper, remember back in the day your dad used to say, oh, this is a 500 thumper. It kind of just gave me that thought. It's like a thumper. It's got that sort of very beefy kind of engine tone and note, and it really is quite, I like it. I think it's quite engaging. I enjoy the feeling or the sensation that it gives. There's not much vibration talking about that. I don't feel any more or less vibration than a bike twice its price. So I must give kudos to Suzuki for that design. Handlebars are quite nice. They are a little narrow for me. Something I prefer wider handlebars for a bit more control, but they're not bad. I'm not going to say I'm uncomfortable, because I'm not. But everything else is perched correctly. I do like the engagement of or where I can feel the buttons. Bad road. Yeah, so the buttons are very easy to use. It's a very simple system. You've got simple modes for traction and ABS and so on. You've got brights, you've got your one start button, so it's quite nice. It's one button for one start. Hazards are located easily. Your cruise control is on the right hand side here, so you can make those adjustments, you know, quite simply. And the screen is pretty easy to read. You've got your tacho, your gear selection in the middle, digital speedo or your number speed there. You've got your fuel level, your kilometers per liter, odor reading, and remaining fuel and time and air temperature. So I do like, yeah, easy and simple. It's laid out. There's no mess, no fuss. Very easy to use. But you can feel here in first, it's got nice kick, and it goes, and you know, it certainly doesn't lack. I mean, it's not going to win a horsepower race, but I tell you, it doesn't lack overtaking cars and at high speed on the highway, or you know, 120 on the highway. It's easy to overtake. It's not a lazy bike, which I do like. I think it is a bit choked from the exhaust. You know, I'm sure everybody's facing the Euro 5 challenges with making crispy, nice, sharp power. And I'm sure that's the same thing here, but I reckon an aftermarket pipe would give this just that little bit edge more that would be immensely satisfying. It's got an adjustable screen. Please excuse the screen. There was a little oopsie before I got it. Mirrors are really, really good. No complaint there. Positioned well, I could see well. I took my partner on the back. Quite comfortable. Again, don't know that it's from here to Cape Town type bike. I think you know the bum will get sore, I reckon. But from the most part, when I've been riding around or taking the bike commuting or doing anything with it or parking it or whatever, the seat's been fine. You know, sufficient is probably the word I'm looking for. I'll stop and do the video, and then you'll have seen that before I spoke about it now. So we'll go through all the highlights of the bike, of what it looks like, and some of the specifications. But it's got a center stand, side stand, really easy to maneuver in my driveway. Had no issues with that. Like I said, I'm a shorty, so that always counts in my favor when a bike is easy to maneuver. And yeah, this particular bike came with a tank bed, but at least you can see Suzuki does offer you one, so that's quite nice. And it's got places for all the panniers at the back, and a simple key. And I like keys that go into the key place. I don't like keys that I have to hide somewhere in my jacket and then go bloody find it because the bike won't start, or open the fuel cap or I left the key somewhere and now it can't register the key. So I'm a big fan of keys that go in places, not stupid keys that you can't find and you've got to put it close and what a bunch of nonsense. But that's me. Quite passionate about that. Again, no vibration. We're doing 130. Very, very little vibration. Not very uncomfortable at all. It's comfortably fine. Yeah, I do like it. I do like it. I think it's a lot of fun to bike. But where does it fit is probably the question that I would ask myself if I was somebody looking at this as an option, or at least, let's say, in the reverse, if I was to market this bike, where would I market this, or how would I introduce this to market? And I tell you, I think there's a genuinely good spot for this bike, and I'll tell you why. Forget about the price difference between this and anything in this segment, because it's not comparable. But let's look about the average buyer and the person that does average use of the bike, because we get really fancy top-end adventure bikes and we know what we're talking about. I've done the reviews. If you haven't seen them, go back and see the videos. But those are expensive machines, and as expensive as they are very capable machines, no doubt. Those bikes can go all kinds of places and do all kinds of things. Now, I'm not saying this won't do it. It just won't do it in the same way those bikes will do it. And that's fine, because I still think there's a place for it. I don't think we ride any of those other bikes anywhere near their potential. Or at least the average bike. You see, I love this. That's awesome. The average guy wouldn't. He's going to use it to tour. He's going to use it to a breakfast run. He's going to use it to the odd off-road escapade. Great. And you should. By all means, you bought it. Do what you like with it. But then there's a guy that maybe his priority is commuting, but he wants a bike that can commute and do some stuff. Take the missus for breakfast and do all these other things, which those expensive bikes will do, but it's a waste in money invested. Whereas here you've got a bike sub 200,000, as far as I'm aware, sub 200,000 for new. You've got a bike that is relatively affordable and quite capable and comfortable and easy to ride. And that tells me there's a place for this bike. So I'm gonna do a little bit of riding and I'm gonna stop and do some photos and talk a little bit more about it. But I like it. I'm a fan and I'm a believer, and I think there's for anybody that wants to start out in an adventure touring, anybody that wants to push, the boundaries a little bit of their skills off-road, or kind of cross-country type setup, this is an option, and I don't think it should be overlooked. I also think that there is a following of a bike like this, and this is what makes it important. If you've got a belief in a brand and a belief in a model, success is there. I don't know the sales statistics of these bikes, but I reckon they don't do too badly. So I'm gonna do some riding, enjoy the view, and we'll catch up in a bit. rolling. Alrighty, so here it is. So it's a 1050. I'm a dummy because I thought it was 1,000, so there's a sticker. V-Strom 1050. It's a V-twin, as you can see. One cylinder that side, one cylinder that side. Exhaust coming out there, joins to meet the silencer. So there you have it. It's in this yellow plastic with the stickers and stuff. Metal over here too. That's pretty cool. So a really nice color scheme. I do like this yellow. I suppose it's not for everyone. I like it. I think that with the black frame and the black subframe looks really cool. And then obviously the gold wheels, the wide wheels, more flexible, more stronger. So if you do put maybe some more aggressive tires on it, then it can handle some of that. And then it's already got Batlax Adventure, so I reckon these are probably maybe an 80-20, 80 on road, 20 off road, I would guess. I'm not reviewing tires, but that would be my guess for this tire. Let's start from the front. So normal headlights, nice indicators, look good to me. It's got a skid plate in front. You've got the gold rims, the laced up wheels like I mentioned. Adjustable screen from what I gather. I'm not going to mess with it, but yes, it adjusts up and down. Hand guards, a little branding over here, Suzuki. Get this fly away from me. Suzuki badge on the mirrors, so you know what you're riding. You got these seats which kind of come up. I do like it. I think these seats are quite nice. They look well made. Got the V-Strom embossing there. And then you can put the panniers. Here's your pannier brackets with the other clippy. This side, of course, your pillion foot pegs. If you want to strap something, or top box for here. Here's your brake light and what it looks like from behind. Like I said, I think it's a good looking bike. I don't think it's bad. Chain driven. Side stand and center stand, which is always cool. Some bikes you got to pay extra. And then you've got your crash bars, which are quite nice. They look pretty beefy. Wonder if they'd stand up to some abuse, but I'm sure they look like they do. Got some little heat protection plates there. Plus that front skid plate, it protects what looks like an oil filter housing. I don't know these brakes. Tokiko. I hope I'm saying that right. But they work. So to dual discs in the front, they do work. They're not bad at all. Rears, like I said, nothing to go home about. I think this is probably a compression, hard soft, so a compression adjustment. And there you have it. It's really, really basic, really simple. But like I said, there's something to be said about being basic. There's something to be said about not having to rely on a quick shifter and using the good old clutch, which I like, more engaging. A simple dash. I think it's across Suzuki's range. It's very similar to the 1000, similar to the Katana. Same controls, which is nice. It's uniform, easy to use. There's some adjustment. Looks like compression at the top. You can see what it looks like at the tank bag, which Suzuki kindly left on for me. And yeah, you can mount a GoPro. And yeah, there you go. So some radiator guards. It's not wide, which is also nice because of the commuting side. I think it's nice that it's not a wide bike, so you kind of got that advantage as well. And like I said, it's pretty easy to maneuver around whenever you sort of in the driveway or you got to do a sharp turn. So I like it. I hope that gives somebody an indication that's kind of knows of it but doesn't really use it or know about them. Nice bike, nice bike, and a great starter and a great place in this world. I think it fits nicely in this world, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in a bit. So there you have it, another average review. Guys, again, the like, subscribe stuff, please, it really does help. Share, comment, even if it's like, Jono, you poopo, like, write it, let me see a message, let me say does it and thumbs up. That's always really, really nice. Yeah, again, download the magazine. I did a BMW R18 review, really, really cool bike. That will be coming out shortly. Before this or after this, I just depends on how quickly I can get to the editing. But yeah, again, South African Motorcyclist magazine. It's digital, it's free. There's a competition. I think it might be closed by the time you get to this video. However, there will always be more, so keep following, keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking, comment, and like I say, even if you say hi, that would be great. You know, we do have fun doing this, but at the same time, you guys also got to enjoy it. And if we're just talking nonsense and you want the videos to go a certain way, we're open to suggestions. Like I said from the beginning, the point is a first ride. It's not supposed to be selling the brochure to you, because I'm not selling the bike. But the idea is to give you kind of a little bit of facts, a little bit of help in your decision making when you hunt for a bike. In fact, that's a great one. If you're looking for a bike, comment below and tell us what bike you're looking for, and maybe we can help you. Maybe we can give you some information. Maybe we can point you in the right direction. Maybe we've ridden the bike. Most likely we've ridden the bike, because between Carla and myself, I think we've lost count of the amount of bikes we've ridden, which is very, very lucky in that regard. But yeah, like, if that's a good one. If you're gonna buy one, or you're looking for one, or even if you're dreaming for one, it's a multi-strada or a KTM, you know, whatever, BM, Kawasaki, Honda, whatever it is, you drop us a comment below and tell, what do you think of this bike? Put it in, we'll comment and tell you if we've ridden it and what our experience is. And if we haven't ridden it, maybe we'll try and go find it to ride it. So, you know, there's always that as an option. So thank you very much. I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to ride home. It's been awesome doing these reviews these last couple weeks. I've had so much fun, and we're getting towards the end of the year, so we're going to find out what next models are available. I don't think there's going to be much new in the next coming weeks, but that would be cool if there is something. If not, we'll find something as soon as it's available. Thank you for watching. If you gotcha, you know it, you're a homie. I appreciate it. Catch you on the flip side.